Peace, 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 everyone.
Peace.
My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Serious Alchemist.
I'm the Eight Generals. We're back at it again.
Back again with another video. Got some great topics for y'all coming tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody had a great week. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody had a good weekend, had a productive weekend. You know what I mean? I hope everything went y'all's way. Got some great topics for y'all today. Uh, First topic I think we got going on is circumcision for newborns. And
Shout out to Nasira 7092 for requesting this topic.
that's right.
We appreciate
Ashe.
your input and your recommendation.
Yep, we really appreciate that. That's what we need. We need more people you know what I'm saying, recommending topics and jumping in and asking questions and just joining our live, you know what I mean? The more the merrier. So yeah, we shout out to what's his name again, Ski?
Nasira 7092.
Nasira 7090, Nasir Ra 7092. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So yeah, circumcision. I had a little something on my phone that I had pulled up on circumcision, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. Where is it? If I could find it real quick. What did I do with that darn bookmark? I'm trying to find my bookmarks. But yeah, circumcision. To me, I really don't agree with circumcision. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. It came about because of religious ideas, religious thinking. You know, from Islamic and and what's the other one? Islamic and what was the other one?
I mean,
Islamic, Christian, and other sources circumcision came from. So it wasn't really until hospitals came around that circumcisions became real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't really necessarily agree with it because I think it's more of like a blood sacrifice kind of thing. Because when you know cut somebody down there, you know you spilling blood, and that has to hurt. That you can't tell me them babies ain't feeling that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
It's not necessary.
yeah,
In my opinion, it's not necessary. It doesn't really cause any health concerns. A lot of people like to argue that it's cleaner because the skin is already pulled back and yada yada yada. But it really doesn't pose any health concern if you're taking care of yourself and washing yourself the way you're supposed to. Um,
mm-hmm,
no,
mm-hmm,
like you said, it was more of a religious practice.
mm-hmm,
There are some cultures, I took some notes. I did some research on it. Christianity,
mm-hmm,
first century CE onward, and then
mm-hmm,
Islam from the 7th century.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then of course there were practices even before that. Um, the Greco-Romans, they generally didn't practice it, but certain cultist sections they did.
Mm-hmm.
It was more
Mm-hmm.
for their rituals than
Mm-hmm.
anything else. In
Yeah.
terms of what the foreskin was, I mean, even if you look at the Greeks and Romans, it was a sign of masculinity to have your foreskin.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it
But like I said, we a lot of these things got forced on us by these religious ideas,
right.
the church, Islamic, and you know these people coming in with these ideas, and from another standpoint in the Bible, they talk about Moses um, starting circumcision, and it was like a blood ritual. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
To give blood to the God of Moses, which was Jehovah, which was uh, which is a demiurge. You know what I'm saying? And I want to read this real quick about um, male and female circumcision. It says both male and female circumcision involve the removal or alteration of genital tissue, typically for cultural, religious, or perceived health reasons. However, there are significant differences between the two practices. And it says male circumcision involves the removal of the foreskin from the penis, practiced by various cultures and religions worldwide. So some cultures do it for cultural reasons, for what I
mm.
understand, but I really don't understand what the cultural reason would be behind that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I guess it could be some rites of passage or something, but I don't really see it because from what I understand, when the matrilineal, when the woman ruled, they didn't have circumcision. It wasn't until the male started to rule the world when circumcision came about. So, you know what I'm saying? What is it about the male that wanted the male foreskin removed? Because the female, when the female ruled, she didn't have a
Right, it was
problem with
only
that.
when men came into power, because there are even some spots in Africa where it's an initiation right.
Mm.
So
Mm.
sometimes it's done simply for that. It all depends on the purpose and reasoning behind it in these cultures.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to, for me, it's kind of hard to say whether it's wrong culturally
Mm-hmm.
to think
Yeah.
that, or to
Mm-hmm.
do that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's that culture's preference. You
Right.
know,
Right.
it's not, everyone's culture is different.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm just kind of torn on. I'm kind of torn on. Me personally, I don't feel like it needs to be done to newborn babies. They don't even know what the hell's going on yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then here you go chopping off a piece of their skin, got them screaming and bleeding.
I know he just came into this world.
Into the world, and the first thing you're gonna introduce to them is pain.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Mm-hmm.
That's sinister in itself, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
It is.
You know,
it is.
so
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's not necessary. I have a issue with it,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, in other cultures, I just gotta respect that that's their culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, some places in Africa it's an initiation rite, and some religious beliefs it's seen as being pure. So I can't knock your beliefs. I just have my own opinion on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got some pros and cons of circumcision.
Mm.
And some of the pros is it reduces the risk of sexually transmitted infections. Circumcision has been shown to reduce the risk of HIV, genital herpes, human papillomavirus, and syphilis. You know what I'm saying? I don't
That's
know
what I'm
how.
saying. People
I don't know
argue
how
it's
that would be.
cleaner and it's easier to be clean, but you should be taking care of yourself anyway to avoid catching these sexually transmitted diseases.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the extra skin does help to trap bacteria and hold it there, but
Mm-hmm.
wash yourself properly.
Right, right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's not necessary to go cutting off the foreskin tip when you could just clean yourself right.
Right, right.
You know, teach
And
your children how to clean themselves correctly.
I think female circumcision is just pure
I don't even
torture. To me, I don't under that really doesn't. To me, that's just some
like
other,
I said,
other.
It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing, and I can't knock anybody's cultures. It's just to me, I don't understand.
Exactly. Because the pain they would have to experience, you know, just I mean, and then another thing it says it lowers the incidence of urinary tract infections. Circumcised males have a lower risk of UTIs.
All it is, the argument is that the foreskin traps bacteria. That's all that argument is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything they list is going to be related to the foreskin trapping bacteria.
Yeah. Then it says a reduced risk of penile cancer. You know what I'm saying? And then circumcision is a surgical procedure that can cause pain and discomfort.
Yeah,
bleeding, excessive bleeding can occur in some cases. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's the newborn thing that I'm sticking on, because once you're older, you do what you want.
Right.
You're able to make your own decisions for yourself.
Right.
But newborns,
newborns, you forcing them. They can't tell you I don't want that.
Yeah,
they can't say I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I would wait until, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Let them make that decision for themselves, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I would explain to your child the history about it. See, I've noticed now that a lot of parents are scared to tell their children too much information that they feel they don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a way that you can teach kids in a way that they're learning and not getting some, you know, information that's going to overstimulate their minds or have them going off the deep end into some other nonsense. Mm-hmm. You can teach your kids the history of circumcision in a very mature way, in a way that they understand exactly what it is,
mm-hmm.
what your beliefs are behind it, where
mm-hmm.
you're getting these, beliefs from, and let them tell you how they feel about it. I wouldn't just do it just because you want it, you want it for them. That's why would you want them to go through that pain without knowing what they're getting themselves into? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I think it's kind of cruel. And like I said, it didn't really start happening until hospitals came about. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't start happening until hospitals came out. Because before hospitals, people really wasn't getting circumcised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't really, you know what I'm saying? They weren't really religious like that. They didn't have a religious ideology. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then a good book to get on male and female circumcision would be, it's called Male and Female Circumcision Medical Legal by George C. Denniston and Frederick Mansfield. And it talks about whether it's legal. It goes into the legal side of it because one of the authors is saying it's really not legal to circumcise newborn children like that. You know what I'm saying? So, for anybody watching this, if you guys get ready to have a child and you don't want them to get circumcised, you got the right to not have that happen.
Do some research on it. Do some research on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Peace, bro. Peace. Yeah. So that's our thoughts on circumcision. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. Do you agree with it?
Nope.
My son don't agree with it. So, you know what I mean?
Our opinions.
Yeah, our opinions. That's just that. But if you are about to have a child and you don't want your child to be circumcised, then you have the right to not have that happen.
Right.
You have the
Absolutely.
right. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to put that out there. Let's see here.
Do the next topic.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the next topic. And the next topic is missing people in the U.S.,
which happens all the time.
Which happens every day, y'all. I mean, every day I see missing people, and I'm getting tired, especially melanated people. You know what I'm saying? What's happening to these people, man? You know what I'm saying? And we got to start looking out for our wives and sisters and daughters, and you know what I'm saying? We got to start stepping up. If we see something, we got to say something. Because we coming up missing at alarming rates, man.
People like to just take out their phones and watch stuff happen too.
Yeah.
You just putting down the phone for a second and even stepping in the direction of these individuals could alter the entire course of what's about to happen.
Exactly.
I keep seeing these videos about these. I can't remember the exact number. 30-some odd children, young black children, girls, I believe they are, that are missing in Virginia. One, why did it take this long for? I'm sure people in that community have already been, talking about it and stuff like that. But how did we get to 30 before it went viral and went all over the place?
Yeah.
Even if you're gonna have your phones out and whatnot, if you know this should be viral. How do we get to 30?
Right.
That's my question.
Right. How do we get to 5?
How do we get to
exactly? Because I'm just saying though, we talking about this, y'all, because something's got to be done, man. We coming up missing at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially females, especially young black females. I'm looking online, seeing this all the time. So something's definitely got to be done. We got to keep an eye out. We got to spread the word. Look out for your little sisters. Look out for your nieces. Look out for even it's happened to males too.
Yeah.
I've been seeing young males. It's not just females. You know what I'm saying? They snatch it up any and everybody. And then I if I was some of y'all, I would just be arm myself in some type of way too. If you're a sister and you work late at night, and you know what I'm saying, if you out there working and you late at night, you coming home late at night, you might want to arm yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you just got to get some mace or something. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and they've been doing it for so long, kidnapping these people. Just
it's getting out of control.
You would think that we'd have found a way to stop this from happening by now.
But that's where we come in. That's where we come in, because we got to protect the women and we got to protect the young kids too. We got to protect the young males too. So a lot of us,
I feel like we have to go back to protecting our own communities, because I feel like law enforcement in general turns a blind eye to
they
this stuff.
do, they definitely do.
30.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me y'all don't know about 30 missing kids.
And they might even be involved with
That's what I'm saying.
They might be involved with helping unalive them too.
You gotta be.
You never know.
We have to start protecting our community, but we can't be scared of consequences of protecting our community.
Especially our women. Yeah. Especially our women, y'all. I mean, they coming up missing at alarming rates, man. So y'all, please, somebody speak up, say something. If you see something, say something. Don't just sit there try to help. You know what I mean? Because man, it's starting to get bad, y'all. It's starting to get bad. So that's why we having this conversation. You know, and I saw a video the other day where this young girl, 14 years old, man, just disappeared. Just disappeared. Never came. Can you imagine how her family feels? You imagine how that feels, man? You know what I'm saying? So you know, man, we got to do something about that, y'all. We got to change that.
Yeah.
We got to change it.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. And then you go from missing children to, like we were saying, law enforcement being involved in these kind of things. You even have ICE going in. And
ICE. Yeah. We got people dressing up as ICE. People dressing up as ICE and snatching up Latino women and raping them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, essaying them. Excuse me. That's the essay. They say. Yeah. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, what's up, Papa Fist OG? What it is? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, man, you know, we coming up missing at alarming rates. So, you know what I'm saying? We gotta start looking out. Because I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all out there got daughters, sisters, mothers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look out, man, because these people starting to get crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
They can't crafty. They got new ways of doing it too. I was watching a video. This dude was warning about walking around in New York, and there's they got all these different ways now to get you drugged in seconds, and they just take off with you.
Yeah, they putting napkins in on what them gas pumps. If you see a napkin in a gas pump, don't touch it because it's got some type of drug on it. And somebody's usually who put it there not too far away watching. So there's all kind of little scams. And then I was talking to somebody. They told me that they was at Walmart and these two Spanish dudes was following them around, and they ended up calling the security guard and told them, "Hey, and the dudes disappeared once they went and got the security guards." You know what I'm saying? Because they was following them around, her and her daughter. It's her and her little young daughter. You know, so you know we got to be careful out here, fam. We got to be careful out here in these streets because you know shit's getting crazy. But, so we just want to talk about that real quick, and then our last topic we want to talk about tonight is the National Guard being in D.C.
Mr. Trump,
Mr. Trump sent the guard
soldiers
to D.C. and they say they deep down there. They pulling over people. They were 10 cars deep, 6 cars deep at a time. Crazy, CIA, man. FBI, ATF, all these people. They doing mad intimidation. They arresting homeless folks. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying it for a while, but I see that there's levels and steps to it for them. They're trying to see how far they can push people.
Right.
Because that's got to feel like, one, an invasion of privacy, and two, just an invasion of your neighborhood in general. You got the National Guard patrolling the streets. They said the streets are empty. Who wants to go outside? You see what happens when people riot and they get involved and people start getting beaten up. Who's gonna walk the streets if you got National Guard walking around all the time?
But here's my thing: how you criminalize a dude in a wheelchair? Ain't got nowhere. His luck, he already down on his luck. He ain't got nowhere to go. He in a wheelchair. Because I just seen people out at Walmart in wheelchairs asking for money.
You talking about the brother that was saying he was a vet, war vet?
No, I'm just saying I'm just saying anybody that's in a wheelchair. They criminalize them. If you homeless and you in a wheelchair out in the street in DC right now, you a criminal. And you ain't got nowhere to go. So they criminalize.
Talking about that. Them arresting the homeless people.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
In the streets.
So I'm saying, how you gonna make a How you gonna make a man in a wheelchair a criminal?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But like we already know, law enforcement is not for people; it's to protect property. and they see these people as simply loitering on property, so they remove them.
And you know how the police started with they were slave catchers in the beginning. That's how they started.
And what did they see slaves as? Property.
Yeah,
they were meant to go retrieve property. So their job title, the name of what they call themselves changed, but their job description is the exact same thing. You know, I feel like it's an attempt to
say they don't own outside. That's right. Facts.
That's right. They don't own outside, but they certainly want to act like they do.
Yeah. Like Bobby just say, they might run around this month. They just run around and they don't run nothing. They might run around this month.
Right. You know.
Yeah. But it's just kind of messed up though, the way they doing those homeless folks though.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about there was an elderly black man in a wheelchair. He was a vet, I believe, a war vet. And this white dude came up and was saying he wasn't a vet and all this other stuff. And was basically harassing the brother. And the brother reached for his gun. He's in a wheelchair. Reached for his gun, and the white dude shot him right there.
What?
Yeah. And the white dude harassing the brother, he's just trying to go about his business. He's stopping him, standing in front of his wheelchair, yelling all in his face and whatnot. Yeah, they arrested the white boy, but I don't feel like they're not gonna do anything about that. They don't care enough to do anything serious about that.
Yeah, so
but I believe that brother's still alive. Thankfully,
thank God for that.
Digging to make sure, but
thank God for that.
I saw that video today. I was like, dang.
So they wilded
in front of people, just in the open, just.
Yeah, then they trying to say that the National Guard might be coming to other cities, like Chicago.
That's what I'm saying.
California.
How far they can push.
You know what I'm saying? Coming to a city, you might be coming to a city near you. The National Guard might be coming to a city near you. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, how y'all feel about, how y'all listeners out there feel about the National Guard being in D.C.? What y'all thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that it would start a civil war if they did that? Because that's personally what I feel. That's the right.
That's what he's trying to do. You think that's what
he's trying to do? I feel like he's trying.
A lot of people think he is trying to start a civil
disorder within the people in themselves, and he's just putting National Guard out there to kind of muddy the waters a bit. So I feel like that's what he's pushing for. He's pushing for some kind of internal struggle within this country.
So they have a reason to just go out and start shooting and killing people.
Yeah, I feel like it's a step and a plan to recreate their view of order, because they're realizing that people are waking up way too fast
in droves. Yeah.
So let's put this National Guard out there and strike fear, and then let's raid them with ICE. Let's do anything that we can to make them not only turn on us, we don't care about that, but turn on each other as well. And then we pick them off, and whoever's left, they're left.
They're left. That's right. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? We got to be careful out here, family. We got to watch, you know what I'm saying? We got to watch what's going on. Always pay attention to our surroundings, wherever we are out here. You know what I'm saying?
We're definitely playing chess. You got to play chess back.
And we definitely got to start looking out for our sisters. I can't emphasize that enough. We definitely got to start looking out for our sisters out here, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, they targeting our sisters. They targeting males, black males too, but the sisters, they targeting, and we the only protection they got. You know what I'm saying? We the only protection they got. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to look out for our sisters out here, family.
Yeah.
So, we just wanted to talk about that real quick. And I think, let's see, how long, what time is it? About 7:55? Yeah, I think we got a video for y'all to end it with. But, if y'all got any topics, anybody else got any topics you want us to talk about, be sure to let us know. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to let us go. Let's see what he Papa Fist OG trying to put fear in the people. They're on the way out, trying to disrupt this energy flow, and the system will get taken over if they could. Yeah, that's right. Facts. Facts. Shout out to Papa Fist OG dropping that truth. That's exactly what's happening.
Be ready and stay ready.
Yeah, that's right. Be ready and stay ready. That's right. And shout out to Hot, you know what I'm saying? On fire, Hot on fire. So family, we appreciate y'all tuning in, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate the comments y'all been putting in. you know, we love doing this. This is something we love to do, family. This is something we love to do. We get ready to go on Patreon. So look out for that. We get ready to go on Patreon pretty soon. Yeah, so look out for that. We're going to have different tiers. We're going to have a free tier. We're going to have different tiers. So that's coming real soon, family. So look out for that. And then we'll be able to go on there and give y'all some raw content. Because on YouTube, we can't only say so much. You know what I'm saying? Can only say so much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we get ready to go on Patreon so we can get raw, unfiltered. We can come to y'all with the raw, the real, and the unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? So y'all look out for that. That's coming real soon. I'm putting it together right now. I'm laying everything out, putting it all together.
We got some shit to say.
Yeah. We got a lot
stuff to say.
We got a lot to say. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of videos to share. You know, and plus we're gonna have some merch coming pretty soon. I'm gonna put some t-shirts. We're gonna have some t-shirts. So just look out, family. We finna start doing things. And look out for a website. My first thing I'm gonna do within the coming month is put a website together. So we can put all our merch on there and y'all can come and check out our merch and all that kind of stuff. But we appreciate y'all. And then before we get off of here, we're going to play this. What did Papa Fist OG say? Karma among the land is making them scared. The system eating this. That's right. It's falling every day. It's falling every day. It's crumbling. It's crumbling like the tower in the tarot card. It's crumbling. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to play this video of Bobby real quick, family. Let y'all check out what Bobby got to say about melanin. And then we're going to end the podcast. Check this out, family.
It's standing on two alligators. Alligators is a symbol of melanin. The alligator, the serpent, the dragon. Anytime you hear those symbols, like the Asia went to the dragon, those are symbols of the most supreme power of the universe. Dark matter, melanin, carbon. Here he's holding these scorpions. That's also a symbol of melanin. It's representing power. Up here, you will see the god Best, but you see it looks like a beast. The word beast comes from the word best. This picture of ancient Kemet and this picture is one and the same. It represents the monster of soul and what your energy is. If you tap into it, it can kill everything down here. We'll go into that in a few minutes. That's what we're gearing up to. And this is what they don't want you to know about. It's all in you. There's some shit up in you that can kill everything in a couple of days if you know how to tap into it. But you ain't got to worry about it. You're going to get to it soon. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to get to it. I done broke the secret to this thing. There's the entities. Now this is Adalabroth. His name is Adalabroth in Gnosticism. He's called Adalabroth in Gnosticism, Yahweh in Hebrew, Zeus in which is a subordinate deity. I want to read something else to you. Bear with me. I want to read this to you.
Yeah, that's it. Bobby talk about the power of the melanin that's inside of us. He said we got something inside of us that can kill that can unalive everything down here. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know the power we got inside of us, family. You know what I'm saying? And we got to watch our thoughts because our thoughts are powerful. You know what I'm saying? What you focus on grows big. So make sure you focus on something positive instead of something negative. You know what I'm saying? If you have a negative thought, replace it with a positive one immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a spiritual war down here, family. We're in a spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Let your light shine. Your state of mind is your light shining. So just shine, bro. But we, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back here every Monday, 7:30. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody have a good week. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back next week. And we'll see y'all next Monday, 7:30 p.m. Peace.